What you got?
All right, so what are your thoughts on video game piracy?
Hmm. In
So,
what regard?
right, so it's not uncommon that I've done it because in Peru it's perfectly legal. So, well,
What?
it's not legal, but the
Okay.
the U.S. companies are not gonna come chase you in Peru
This is true. So it's
because it's not a
completely safe,
jurisdiction.
is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
sorry, that's what I meant. So it's everybody does it. It's just impossible for someone with like a regular paid job to
Mm,
afford a $60 video game. It's just impossible. There's
mm.
no fucking way anyone would buy that at that price.
The exchange rate is just totally wacky.
Yeah, I mean the minimum wage is like $200 a month. So
Mm.
you're not gonna spend 60 of that in a fucking video game.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So they pirate it and they sell it to you for $1, which is much more achievable.
Yeah.
And they have places of like just full of piracy stuff. Like it's just insane.
Hmm.
So I used to do that. I actually stopped downloading a lot of stuff because I was more like when I was here, it was more like, okay, now I can afford to buy whatever I want to play.
Hmm.
And I did. I bought like all of my games until just recently that I was like I downloaded a couple games, but it was more to like let me try this game that I have no intention of buying.
Hmm.
Let me download it, try it, and if I like it, I'll buy it.
Like a demo version almost.
Almost, but like it's actually the full thing, right?
Yeah.
So so I did that, and a lot of people turns out there's certain games that a lot of people protect and they say that oh, you shouldn't pirate that game because it's like a small developer, so any kind of money that like if you're pirating it, you're not going to buy it because you already played it,
Yeah.
which is probably true like a good percentage of the time.
Yep.
So I have stayed away from pirating certain games that I know I'm gonna buy if if it goes on sale maybe, or if I'm
Hmm.
interested in this story and I don't feel like going out of my way to pirate it. One example of this is like Owlboy. It's a $25 game, so it's not as cheap as like a super indie game,
Yeah.
but apparently it's got like extremely good reviews and it's very well known. I guess it's gotten popular because it just recently released, so people enjoy the game and they said it's definitely worth it. So it's gotten praise, a lot of praise. So I said, okay, I'm not gonna pirate it because I want to pay for it, but I'm
Hmm.
not gonna buy it at the full price, $25. I'm
Mm.
not really interested at this time. However, there are other games that I would have never even thought of buying because I've never played them. So
Hmm.
I downloaded a game called Divinity Original Sin, and I love it. I said, wow, this game is awesome.
Hmm.
It is my cup of tea. The combat is just like how I like them. So as soon as I get money or the game goes on sale, I'm gonna buy it. And I would have never bought it at that price, or even if it went on sale, because I never played the any of the series. So
Yeah, you didn't even know it was a thing.
yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't have if even if it went on sale for like $5, I wouldn't have bought it because it just on the tags or the screenshots, it's not what I would buy.
Mm.
So that kind of makes me happy that I will now be supporting a game that I enjoy.
Hmm.
But I didn't know before. So yeah, I'm kind of like half and half in that regard.
Yeah.
I know a lot of developers struggle, so pirating means no money for them, and I don't know, but yeah, I'm pretty much just in the fence there. So
Mm.
what do you think? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
My
buy them, so
yeah.
it's different, right?
My uh my purchasing or pirating thing has totally followed the absolute stereotypes. Like when I was in school or in college or something, right? You have no money, but you have all this time.
Hmm.
So it was like this insane piracy level because of course too, like at college everyone's in the dorms like just trading games between each other is super easy.
Right.
So like everyone downloaded a ton of stuff then, but
Hmm.
now I've gotten to the it's like the total stereotype. Like back then I had no money but I had all the time. Now
Right.
I can afford to buy any game I want, but I have no time to play them.
Right.
So, like, at this point, if there's a game that I'm gonna, like, if I'm gonna sit down for, like, even half an hour, I'm already committed to the point where, like, I would just buy it. Because, like, if that's, like, the one thing I'm gonna do for this month, you know?
Oh, okay.
And a lot of it, too, is, like, it's sort of a ratio, right? Like how much does the game cost? Like you were saying in Peru, right? The cost of the game was just totally out of line with how much money people made,
Uh-huh.
right? Whereas at this point, I've been working for a while, I make a decent amount, so the
Mhm.
games are cheaper per like hour
Because of your income, right?
because of my income than when I was in school and I had a summer job or something, you know.
Right.
It was
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
lot. So, where was I going with this? But so like yeah, I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, now I remember. So they're cheap enough relative to like how much I work and stuff that the convenience of not having to deal with a pirated copy
Uh-huh.
is actually worth something noticeable. Like I just want to click on Steam and have it work.
Right, 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 right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And like I don't want to have to deal with, oh, maybe I download this game and I get this, like I save, you know, $20 on this game, but now I've got a virus or some shit that takes down my computer and it takes me 2 weeks to fix the computer. Like
Uh-huh.
that's totally not worth it. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's basically
so
counterproductive at that point.
yeah, so like the convenience of proper copies actually makes a big difference to me, which is why it's so infuriating when things have bad DRM.
Oh my
You
God.
know, when things have bad DRM and they're like causing hassles for paying customers,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is totally unacceptable. Like this is that was the only motivation for me to buy the game was because it was going to be easy and, you know, it was just going to work. It was going to save me time so I could actually play the game
Mm-hmm.
with my limited time. And now because of this DRM bullshit, I can do neither and I paid for the game. Like
Yeah.
those things become so frustrating.
You know, that happened to me with Mass Effect.
Oh yeah.
Like the copy I had paid for from Origin
Yeah.
was like giving me issues and it wouldn't let me, like it wasn't it was corrupting my saves and it wasn't letting me properly play it. Like after a certain while it would just like close out, like shut down.
Mhm.
So it's like, you know what? Oh, fuck this game.
Yeah.
I already paid for this. So I'm gonna pirate it and play the pirated version. And I did, and
And
it
that
worked.
version worked.
And perfectly, no problem. So I was like, okay, hey, that if that works. So I did that, and I was I waited for Mass Effect 3 to be $5, literally $5 before I bought it because
Uh,
I did not support day one DLC
mm,
because they had a DLC that was $15 that was it's like the entire game. You're talking about like Protheans.
mhm.
Let me see if that's the actual. Yeah, Protheans. So these guys are like super intelligent, like race in the space that they're mythical and ancient, and they mysteriously vanished 50,000 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And in you get Mass Effect 3, and in the first day one DLC, $15, you get to find a Prothean and play him. I was like, this is some fucking bullshit, dude. I'm paying $60 for this game. Which, like, you know, if
Yeah.
I was gonna buy it, what do you mean I have to pay 15 to get a Prothean that's like key to this game? What? So I was
Yeah.
like, fuck you, EA. There's no way I'm paying for this shit at launch. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
wait as long as possible, which was a long time, like 2 years or 3 years or something. And I
Yeah.
bought it for like $5, like the Origin edition, which was like all DLC included.
Mhm.
It's a huge deal, obviously, but
Yeah,
I paid
even
only
like
$5.
even in my situation where I'm not so concerned about the cost, but day one DLC is still offensive. Like
Yeah,
to
it should
buy a
never have been a
game,
thing.
start to play the game, you haven't even gotten to level 1 yet, and they're like, hey, would you like to give us another $20 to, actually get all the weapons?
Yeah,
And
even
it's like,
though this came on the first day, like if it's for day one DLC, that means it should have packed with the game. It's just as
yeah,
simple as that.
yep.
I mean, why did they have two like a group of people working on the DLC instead of in the actual game? Like,
hmm
that's bullshit.
I can understand collector's edition things
That's
where
different.
you get
That's
like
different.
some cosmetic stuff or something,
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
art book or the soundtrack or something or a
Yeah,
nice box, but
exactly.
that's different than DLC where you literally don't get parts of the game.
Yeah, like that should have shipped with the game 100%. There's no way you have to pay for day one. So
Yeah.
even though at the time, I wanted to play Mass Effect 3, I didn't, and I didn't pirate it to boycott it because that makes no fucking sense. Like if you're
Mm,
you're playing it, you're still involved
yeah.
in you would want to buy it eventually or buy merch and stuff like that. So I didn't play it for a long time, but I didn't pirate it because I wanted to get it for free or I wanted to rebel or something by
Mm,
pirating it. But I pirated because the legit version was just absurd. Or like
hmm
some games with like Uplay that are just Uplay is just the fucking worst, honestly.
Oh. Is
So
that the one we had to install for the Division?
yeah, yeah,
That was like so much hassle, it almost made me not buy the game.
yeah.
Because I was like, this is such a pain in the ass. I
Yeah.
don't want to create a new account and,
And
all
have to
this
log into it
bullshit.
every time
Yeah.
after you log into Steam. Yeah, same thing with games for Windows Live. If you
hmm
if you know the game comes with that, I'm like, no thanks.
Freaking Grand Theft Auto. Like, if it wasn't Grand Theft Auto, that shit would have sunk a game. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Like, if they didn't have the carrot of Grand Theft Auto dangling in front of people, no one would put up with that Windows Live game
Yeah,
bullshit.
it's just so absurd. But yeah, I mean, I'm thankful that I downloaded those games. Even I haven't bought them yet, and I'm still playing them. But I
hmm
will buy them as soon as I can.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna like I could pirate Resident Evil, but there's no point. I don't like Resident Evil. I wouldn't buy it, so there's no point on that.
Yeah.
But if there's like $10 games, $15 games that I've never even thought of buying,
hmm
that they look decently, decently good for me to pirate, and then if I like them, I'll buy them for sure. But there's been like AAA games that I pirated, played for like an hour, and say, okay, I don't like this, and delete it. That's it.
Yeah.
So I just gotta try it out and see if who's gonna do that for a paying game? Like you're not gonna pay $40, play it for an hour, and say, oh, this was a mistake.
hmm
Like what? Who does that?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so hey, I mean, I'm glad I'm gonna be supporting these games now. So it's
Mm.
good to just see, because a lot of people are just 100% against piracy and all that, but it depends.
Yep.